Hey everybody, it's David from Red Wagon Dioramas. It's time for my monthly pickups video. This is 6 figures a month for the month of June 2024. This is my monthly pickups video where I get to share with you guys a little window into my collecting habits, and I share with you like my top 6 pickups for the month. Before we get into it, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's subscribed recently, everybody who's leaving comments on the videos. Really appreciate you guys and all the support on the channel. I've got 2 quick announcements for you. Number 1 is I'm going to be rolling out channel memberships soon. I'll have 2 membership tiers. The first one will just be the basic, with the typical emojis and that sort of thing. And then I'll have a second tier which will get you more access to more live streams and behind the scenes stuff. And I'll probably do some giveaways with some of my own crafted diorama set pieces and stuff. If you enjoy what I've been doing over the last few years, I'd really appreciate it if you guys wanted to become a member. That'd be awesome. Secondly, I'm going to a convention this fall. October, the first weekend of October is ICCC-Con. I forget how many C's there are, but the Imperial Commissary Convention. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a big deal for me. I've never traveled anywhere for a convention like this, but I really love what I've seen with this convention. I'm excited to go. And I'm also really excited to connect with other collectors that are down there. So if you live in that area, or if you're considering going, or if you can go, let's do a meetup. I'd love to meet you face to face. It'd be really cool. So check out the ICCC convention page in Nashville for more information on that. And lastly, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I post all kinds of content, mostly about Star Wars, but I've got diorama build videos, some tutorial stuff there, collection tours, some toy hunting, focus both on like the Kenner Star Wars, the Modern Black series. I do a lot of that. And I also collect a lot of these jumbo figures too, you see here on the wall. So if you're into those, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. And leave me a comment below, of course, what you think of the pickups this month. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so number 6 this month is going to be the Black Series Droid. This is the Destroyer Droid that they just released. I originally did not pre-order this, actually. I actually bought it from Entertainment Earth when it was in stock just a couple weeks ago. I've seen some other reviews. Matt Bryan, for example, he kind of convinced me to pull the trigger on this one. So it's a nice figure, but I have some complaints. I'm a little bit disappointed, first of all, just on some of the loose joints. For example, the legs, the tripod legs here, all the main joints at the hips there are just a little too loose. Like the thing kept falling over or collapsing on me when I was posing it. So this is a little odd. Like, I don't know what's with the loose joints. Same with the head too. Like this ball joint here, really loose. And some of the arms. The whole thing just kind of flops around a little bit, more than I wish it did. Secondly, I just felt like the engineering of it, as far as rolling into a ball, wasn't as good as I was kind of hoping for. I mean, it does roll up, kind of. It's kind of weird. It's kind of awkward, how you have to do it. There's no instructions either. I just watched Mike Case's video on how he does, and I've seen some other people do it too. I don't know. It's just a little bit awkward for a brand new, newly tooled, engineered figure that has a lot of anticipation behind it. The sculpt is nice. The paint is nice. I would have liked a little more, honestly, in the paint apps on like the cannons and the guns and stuff, because it is just a lot of just gray, But I do like the coloration on the main body panels, and it has a nice, has a nice look to it on the shelf. The reason this is the lowest on my list this month, honestly, is because I already had a perfectly suitable Droideka figure for my Black Series collection. And that was the Power of the Jedi Droideka figure that they made like 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. Here's a view of it. I have this one rolled up in a ball right now, and I just want to show you guys like how much better this old figure rolls up into a ball compared to the new one. And they are basically the same size. I mean, they scale almost identical with each other. I might have to do a comparison review on this, because you guys should really consider picking up this older figure if you can get it. What's nice about this is the head here actually pegs into the bottom of the ball, and the tip of the foot actually pegs into the back of the head. So you actually get a fully pegged in circle on this figure where you actually could roll this thing and it doesn't flop around or come apart at all. Plus the other legs and arms tuck in pretty nicely. Overall, this is actually, I think, a better figure than the brand new Black Series figure. Oh, Black Series one is nice. These are hard to find. I know these were going for like 40, 50 bucks online on eBay and stuff. But this is what I had in my collection for the last like 5 years. I actually had 2 of them, and they were perfectly fine. For those of you who have never had this, I understand the excitement for getting the new one. It's just the new one isn't quite as good as I hoped, and especially the ball feature just isn't really that great on the new one. But as far as posing, with the rest of your collection, certainly looks nice, and it is a nice figure to add to the collection. So I'm putting in my list this month, but it is at the bottom of the list. All right, number 5 this month is going to be these retro collection figures from Hasbro. These are characters from the Book of Boba Fett retro line. These are, 3.75-inch figures meant to mimic the style of the original Kenner figures. So I do collect these. I like the retro collection. I don't like the Book of Boba Fett as a show. I thought it was really, really bad. Probably my least favorite of all the recent Disney shows. But I do like the characters. Fennec Shand, Cad Bane, even Luke from The Mandalorian, and Black Chrysanthemum. So these were all cool figures that I wanted to pick up. And I got them all on sale this month, which is why I pulled the trigger. Yeah, I got Luke and Fennec Shand at Entertainment Earth when they had a coupon going. And then I got Cad Bane and Chrysanthemum from Hasbro Pulse when they had their 35% sale going earlier this month. I like all 4 of the figures, honestly. They're going to go down on my shelf with my other retro collection figures. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would have to be Fennec Shand. I think what I really like about this Fennec Shand figure is the removable helmet feature. I'm just a sucker for removable helmets. I always loved that as a kid with my Lando figure. Why is her skin tone so pale? Like, she is whiter than me. Anyway, cool figure, nicely sculpted rifle. She's got the ponytail there. Cool figure to add to the collection. Very excited about this one and the others I got. So they make my list this month. The retro collection Boba Fett figures. I should note that I did not buy the actual Boba Fett figure yet or the Tusken Chieftain yet. I don't know why. I kind of just wasn't really into them, but I like the ones I did pick up. All right, number 4 is a little bit off the beaten path for me. I don't usually talk about Lego here, but look at these. Woo! Check it out. Now, I went to the local Lego reseller third-party shop that's here in Massachusetts on the South Shore called Boston Brick. Great little store. I was in there with my kids and my family who was visiting, and we were just kind of milling around. I didn't really have an intention to buy anything, but I was at the counter and I just had a thought occur to me as I asked one of the sales guys there. I said, "Hey, by any chance, I see you're selling that like $800 Lego Death Star set up there. Do you happen to have any of the minifigures from the Death Star set?" Because earlier this year, I bought the Death Star Lego set from a local friend who did a trade, but he didn't have any of the minifigures. He had all the set. It was brand new, and I built it and had fun. It was great building it, but I didn't have any of the minifigures. Much to my surprise, the clerk turned to me and said, "You know what? We do." And he pulled out from the counter a baggie with all 24 of the missing figures from the Lego Death Star set. I couldn't fit all 24 on this base here, but I wanted to show you guys most of them I got. Most of these figures were like $3 to $5 to $6 to $8 each. I think the most expensive may be the Obi-Wan there. He was like 22, but they gave me market price for him, plus some discounts, plus we bought some other stuff at the store. So I walked away with all 24 minifigures to my Lego Death Star set, which is awesome. So let's something a little different this month for me. Star Wars Lego figures make my top 6 for the month, definitely. Okay, number 3 this month is going to be a Gentle Giant Jumbo figure. You guessed it. You knew these were coming, right? I picked up the Death Star droid. Look at this shiny, shiny chrome finish. This beautiful original Star Wars card back. There's the back. This is made by Gentle Giant. This one came out in 2012, I believe, is when they released this one. Now, what's cool about these figures, I don't know if I've shown you guys this, but this has actually been opened. And I knew it. When I bought this on eBay, the seller said, "Listen, I've had it on display for years. It's kind of dusty, but I still have, the card back and the packaging." So all he did was put it back inside the clamshell and ship it to me. And it looks beautiful. That's what's nice about these, is that you can unzip these cards over here in the back. And basically, you can get the figure right out of there. You can display them loose, and then you can put them back on the card and hang them on the wall if you want. So I really like that feature with these figures. As far as this figure itself, it's just pretty. I really like the shiny chrome look. This was a good month for the jumbo figures, actually, for me. I hit a couple good eBay sales. I didn't win every eBay auction I went for. Someone else was outbidding me, but I did get several figures, which I'm going to show you. So the first one here is going to be the Death Star droid, and he is just cool. I really like the card back for this. I think I might keep him on the card back and put him on the wall. So that's number 3 this month, the jumbo Death Star droid. And number 2 this month, another jumbo. Look what I got. I got IG88, both his blasters. This is great. I love this figure. This was one of the figures I had as a kid, that has survived from my childhood, and I always played with him. He was so cool. This was another eBay find that popped up just actually last weekend. He just arrived yesterday. So thank you to the seller for good shipping and everything. And of course, this one is loose. I don't have the card back for this one. I don't have the packaging. So he's going to go in my loose display with my other bounty hunters. I didn't realize, though, how tall he was. I should have known. He's too tall for my shelf back here. Like, he's gonna bump his head. So I might have to put him, I don't know, maybe on the shelf over there, Or, you know, worst case, I bend his legs a little bit. We'll figure it out. I'm not sure. But anyway, very cool figure. I love the bounty hunter scene from Empire Strikes Back with all those characters. And this is the last one I needed out of my bounty hunters. So there he is. He's going to be number 2 this month. All right, number 1 for this month. Look at this. Jumbo Yoda. I got Yoda with the orange snake. Again, the same eBay seller who was selling a bunch of his loose jumbo figures. I was able to get this one with IG88. And this has been like a top of my list for a while now. I've really wanted a Yoda for some time. He doesn't come up for sale that often, and when he does, he's pretty expensive. I spent almost twice on this guy was what I did on IG88. That's kind of the value on him, even though he's so small. But what a great addition to my collection. I think I'm going to put him with my Kenner figures with the Dagobah set over there. We'll see. But anyway, I'm very happy with this one. This is something I've been wanting to add to the collection for a long time. Very cool figure. Just hits all the nostalgia points for me. What do you guys think of the Jumbos? Anybody else collecting them out there? Let me know in the comments. I got 2 more this month too, the Ugnaught and Leia, but I don't have 8 spots on the list, so I'm just showing them here at the end. But yeah, big month for the Jumbos for me. Whew. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for this month. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do videos on Kenner Star Wars, Modern Black Series, some TVC stuff, as well as obviously the jumbo figures. And of course, my dioramas. If you haven't seen the diorama videos I've made for Black Series, those are probably the best videos on my channel, so go check those out. I'll link a playlist up here for you. And as I mentioned at the top of the video, look for me at ICCC in October in Nashville. Love to connect with you guys if you're going to be there. And look for channel memberships coming soon. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. May the Force be with you. Bye.